Hello, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 13th to the 19th. This is for Aries, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity and to get more specific with your reading. I do this, Aries, because I love you. And I want you to feel like it's a personal reading rather than a general spread. Lastly, I say this all the time. Astrology's been around for thousands of years, and it's influenced divination. So when tarot came out in the 14th century, listen, every tarot card is assigned an astrological element or a ruling planet. So we go really deep when the two are combined, and both astrology and tarot are aligned with the tree of life. So, Aries, this week, oh my goodness, listen, it's a big week. It's a big week. I did a monthly overview for you for February, and I told you if you're into Valentine's Day, it's a big one. It's the great day for love. Great day for love, but it's the day after when Venus is conjuncting Neptune and they're both in Pisces, and that is all about romance and love and passion and even creativity. Okay, self-expression. It's such a beautiful placement. I really love this week. At the end of the week, we have that new moon in Pisces. We have the sun going into Pisces. We're going to talk more about that next week, but we'll see what comes up in your reading around that. All that activities in your 12th house, okay? The subconscious, all right? So there's going to be a lot of you, Aries, y'all are going to be thinking about a lot. There's going to be a lot going on in your head. There's going to be a lot of re-evaluating things, and, there could be some people you're thinking about from the past, all right? So let's figure out what's going on with that, all right? So let's go ahead and get started with your reading. See what's going on for you for February 13th to the 19th. Again, this is for Aries, Sun, and Rising. And I think there was something else I was going to say. No, I think that was it. Okay, so let's get started. Aries, here we go. Like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It really does give the best overview. Now, I really loved your readings, recently. A lot of power, right? Coming into power. Both love and money have been a thing for you. We know Jupiter is an Aries in your sign right now. There are no planets retrograde. It was kind of, unfortunate because Jupiter went into your sign last year, when it ended spring, right? But then it was there for a few months, but it went retrograde. And then it went back into Pisces, okay? And then we had all those, retrogrades that were happening. And so we're good. We're in the clear. You're going to feel it. If you haven't already, boom, boom, boom. Things are going to be really, really great. Now, looking at your spread here, this is very interesting. Aries, you have some decisions to make, all right, this week. It is a big week for decision making. Let's go ahead and get started. You got the Four of Cups, all right? So what's really interesting, the biggest energy that's coming through now is for this week. There could have been something in the past. You could have gotten something that you didn't want. You could have gotten something that made you feel really just like, WTF, right? There could have, and it could have been love. It could have been relationships. Four is all about, their cups, right? Or I'm sorry, cups. It's all about emotions, right? So, there could have been something that, was unsatisfactory, or it was something, again, the biggest message, if something came through and it wasn't exactly what you wanted, all right? But we have to remember to always have that gratitude, right? Always have that gratitude moving forward, because it's, it's gratitude. I say this all the time. Gratitude is really what fuels the positive energies of this universe. And, when you have that gratitude, you vibrate at a higher frequency. And I don't want you to vibrate at a lower frequency. You see this man here, a little young man, he already has 3 full cups. The universe is granting him another one, okay? And that's at eye level. He can see that, okay? But his arms are crossed. And he's not really, happy. And he's just kind of like, he's not very grateful. Now, the reason why this is so significant is because the Hand of Spirit only shows up in the aces. This is the only card where it does, it's outside of the aces. So this is pretty big, but it's come up in your past, all right? And so there could have just been something, there was a disconnect with something, all right? I don't want you to feel apathetic. I don't want you to feel uninspired. I want you to feel like you're at a Coachella concert, okay? That's how I want you to feel every day, all right? And so the reason why I'm harping on that is because you also got the Two of Swords in the heart of your spread, as well as the Six of Cups in your challenge area, all right? So we're going to have to take off that blindfold. All right. You can see she's wearing a blindfold. This is a very emotional moment. This could be a very emotional moment for you this week. Okay. Again, I'm getting some sort of like something. Just there's this disconnect. Something that you wanted didn't come through. Something didn't. Something just didn't happen, and something that. It could also have been something that really, really made you feel that. Is this all? Does that make sense? Now, with the Two of Swords in the heart of your spread, this is really just saying, listen, we're going to have to take off that blindfold, face some truths at this point, okay? And it's going to be pretty emotional for you. You see all that water, all right? I want you to see the sliver of the moon in the background, because it really is just saying, just trust your instincts right now, okay? Trust your instincts. And one thing that I said in the beginning of this reading, some of y'all are going to be connecting with people from the past, or people from the past have come up for some of y'all. Now, what's, the affirmation here is a Six of Cups, all right, in your challenge area, okay? And so this is a card of nostalgia, but nostalgia is something that does bring comfort, all right? This is also the biggest house in tarot, so there's a lot of comfort, a lot of security here, okay? A lot of protection, all right? It's also just not, just being so serious about things. Now, with it coming up into your challenge area with the Four of Cups in your past and the Two of Swords in the heart of your spread, it really is saying that there is something that has something to do with the past here, okay? That was just... Maybe it was just, it could have been a decision that you had to make. It could have been a situation that you're in, that you were stuck in, and it was out of your hands. But again, it could have just been something that happened in your life, whether it's, love, whether it's career, whether it's family, whether it's friends, where something just really, really was, it just was not... We weren't really happy with it. Now, with the Six of Cups in your challenge area, what I want you to do is, I was talking about that gratitude earlier, and this is just really enforcing it here. It's just have that gratitude, and, because this is a card of kindness, and it's a card of sharing, and it's a card of loving, and so with it coming up in your challenge area, which is really just like the breakthrough area, just be really open right now, okay? It just almost feels like, this week there could be like a little bit of just unsettling moments where you are... there's some things that you just don't want to face, right? It's like, when you are at a party or a wedding or whatever, and there's that one person, like, I don't know, a friend of a friend or an aunt or an ex or whatever that you don't want to see, and you have to like hide, and it's like, oh, I don't even want to deal with this person right now. No, this is saying, deal with it. Deal with it, because you're going to feel better, all right? You're going to feel better, and, that Aries energy is going to come out, and that leader energy about you. I love that. Now, listen, you did get the World, okay? And so you got the World in your crown, all right? And so, amazing, okay? This is amazing. It really is saying that, there is a part of you that... you really you just want this to be over, first of all, and then secondly, there's a lot happening with y'all, all right? So in a way, this is just kind of like, even though this is like the big thing, there is an energy of like, it doesn't have to be, right? You're focused on this brand new chapter, this brand new journey, the world. There are 22 paths in the tree of life. There are 22 major arcanas, and we've come to the end, right? The end of the journey, and it's like you want to start the new journey now, all right? Listen, you also got the Six of Pentacles in the root of your spread, all right? And so that's really great. I love the Six of Pentacles. This is understanding the balance between giving and receiving, and obviously it's better to give, right, than to receive. Now, do you see the pattern here with the Four of Cups, where you're getting something, you're receiving something, but it's just not satisfactory, and it's not something that you wanted, and it's not, or, it's just something that didn't resonate with you, or it's just something that didn't match your expectations. Listen, I want you to, again, have that gratitude, just appreciate everything that you have in your life, okay? Because it's better to focus on that than the things that you didn't get. It's better to focus on the things that you have and be appreciative of it, okay? There's people out there who don't even get opportunities and they don't have anything. So have that gratitude, and this, just coming up in the root of your spread, this is all about gratitude and finding that balance. I don't know what is beeping right now. I'm going to show you this card. You can see the man helping the needy here, all right? And you see the scale in his hand. Remember, I talked about that balance. So it's really important, and it's really great, and it's what you want anyway, all right? You want that balance, and you want to be able to just share the wealth, right? Share your wealth, all right? Your love and your compassion and everything that, that will inspire other people, okay? Now, you did get the Three of Swords in your future, all right? So, when I say you need to take off that blindfold and face that truth, you need to take off that blindfold. Aries, listen, this is the heartbreak card, okay? There's a little bit of grief here. And so it's saying that there is going to be a little bit of, okay? And we're going to clarify that. We're going to see what's going on. Now, you did get the Two of, Wands. You got the Five of Cups. And then you got the Moon. So, yeah, you are moving into, this is really, really interesting. This is a week, Aries. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be a week. This is going to be a week for you. So you got the Two of Wands. This is all about planning. I'm sorry. There is something beeping, and, let me turn that off. I know what it is. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So this is Two of Wands. This is all about planning, all right? Planning your next steps. So you have a great vision. You have a great perspective. You have a great idea of what you want. And it's just planning mode right now. You did get the Five of Cups. So something is, there's going to be a moment of something that's disappointing, right? Not surprised with the Three of Swords here. And now you got the Moon, okay? And so this is all about having a little bit of distress, and this clearly is showing there's so much from the past gaining up on you here, and it's interesting because your past is reflecting your future, and it's really it's a lot of it really depends on how you approach this situation that you're in this week, okay? Remember, you have the Two of Swords in the heart of your spread, all right? There could be, again, a decision you have to make. There could be a truth that you have to face. And it seems that it is going to be a pretty significant moment because you did get the Moon. And a lot of it is, it's like, here's how this scenario is. Something didn't happen, something that you didn't like. There could have been something that was just either off-putting or it was just unexpected, and it was just put you in a mood that you're just oh, no, all right? And then now you're just you have to face some truth. There's something that's come into, your life right now that's just well, I don't know what to do with this. And it's something that may have been a little heavier than it should have been, right? And now look at your future. It's affecting your future, okay? And it's, you have the Three of Swords, and then you have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is someone who is looking at the spilled cups. So again, some grief here, some disappointment, but he's looking at the past, all right? Remember, there's a lot of, and then remember the card of nostalgia in your challenge area. So it's really interesting here. And then the Moon is all about having fear about the future, fear about where am I going? It's almost like you're in your head a little too much, okay? Now, I did say that Venus, with all this energy in Pisces, with the new moon going into Pisces, that is your 12th house. It is your subconscious. So the 12th house also rules the past. There's a lot of things from the past that's surfacing up. One thing I want you to know, gosh, I almost called you by one of my friends' name, who's an Aries. But one thing I want you to know is that you can never let your past dictate your future. You can never let your past dictate your present. Okay, so just have that moment. All right, have that moment of clarity that you need to move forward. Okay, where you're not heartbroken, where you're not grieving, where you're not, feeling stuck in a sense. Okay, and then also I really do want you to just spend more time tapping into your intuition, right? Listen, the subconscious, and listen, it's all up here, all right? So instead of, dwelling on things from the past and, maybe if you're there, unroot things, right? Unroot things. But while you're there, also tap into your intuition, right? Your pineal gland, right? So just really have an idea of what you want, okay? Moving forward. Now, let's get to your staff, Aries. If you like this reading, by the way, all right, yeah, you're good. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. It really does help my channel grow. It really helps the algorithm. And if you are a subscriber, you know I love you. Thank you so much. You're amazing, Aries. You're going to be fine. You're going to be so fine. I just want you to listen. It's hard for me to say, like, get out of your headspace, right? Because that is, what's happening astrologically. You are going to be thinking about the past and then looking at your spread. A lot of things up here. There's a lot of things up here. My dog is scratching the ground. You got the Justice card, okay? So we're moving on to your stuff. So this is really good. So there is a sense of the biggest energy that's coming through. There's a sense of unfairness that happened. Something that was just like, And it could actually happen this week as well, all right? But I want you to know, here. I mean, this is all about cause and effect, right? Justice it's all karmic related as well. But what I want you to know, where it falls in your stuff, it's really just saying right now, there is some Aries who feel like there was something that wasn't fair, that wasn't justified. And here, clearly, I mean, remember, you got the Four of Cups, all right, as well as the Two of Swords and the Six of Cups in your, challenge areas. So I really want you to know that it's that balance that's going to help. Remember, have that gratitude. Really open up, okay? Really open up and really face these truths that you have to, okay? Because you do see that, the judge is holding this scale. You also got the Six of Cups, right? The two scales here, all right? That balance is really important, and it's what you're seeking, all right? So don't let your past dictate your present. Now, boom, you got the Knight of Cups. This is the knight in shining armor, all right? This is Mr. Romance, but, or Miss, or they. Listen, just masculine energy. Knight of Cups in your external factors area. Someone's coming through, okay? If you're here for love, this is a big week for love. Remember what I said. So put yourself out there, okay? If there is something that happened in the past that had to do with love, a relationship that didn't work out well, open yourself up. Something's coming through. Someone's coming through. Listen, all he wants to do is fulfill himself emotionally, right? He wants to fill his cup. But if you're not here for love, this has nothing to do with love, because there is also like friendship, like squad energy too, and even career. But listen, Knight of Cups is really, sure, huge connotation to romance and love. He just wants to fill his cup, all right? He just wants to pursue his passions. Knights are all on a mission. Now, remember I said Venus in Pisces. That's really big, all right? That's creative energy. Romance is there, but that creativity is huge with this card. You can even see the wings of imagination on his helmet and then on his shoes. One other thing is that, Aries, I think a lot of people forget how creative you are. I think a lot of people forget. And let me remind you, Aries. Let me remind you. Leonardo da Vinci, he was an Aries, okay? Vincent van Gogh, Aries, okay? Lady Gaga, Aries. Y'all have so much creative energy, right? And you have all that. So use that this week. Use that creative energy, that, these creative forces that you have to, be creative with this situation. Because when I talk about creativity, when I say that, he has a lot of creativity, a lot of people just associate that with the arts, all right? But you can be creative in problem solving. You can be creative in, the way that you rearrange your house. Do you know what I mean? Like, but use that energy because Aries, you are so creative. Okay. Now, listen, you also got the Four of Pentacles. So, a lot of this is, this is almost like I'm shook. I want that stability, okay? You want that stability, you want that fairness. Four is all about order. It's all about, think about four legs of a table, right? I also say think about the word forder, okay? It's four and order smashed together. Who says that, right? Yeah, I know. But listen, this is really good. A lot of it was with finances, but Pentacles are earthbound, so it's your physical world too. And so that's really great. And I love that. Now, what I love the most is you got another knight and you got the Knight of Swords, okay? Now, Uhtred, son of Uhtred, if you don't get that reference, nobody does. Just think Jon Snow, Game of Thrones, okay? That type of energy, okay? Bold, courageous. He's actually charging into the storm here, all right? And so the swords were the mental suit. So, this is you just finally just boom, boom, boom. You are going to get out of this situation and you are going to find a solution and you are going to make things work out and you are going to find that gratitude because the Knight of Swords is one thing that I want you to, a good, I guess, well, not even analogy, but knights are fire, all right? And then swords are air, all right? So what happens when you put fire and oxygen together? Whoosh, it's like boom, like nothing can stop you now, all right? And so I really love that for you. One thing that I'm going to point out is this is going to be pretty transformational for you. It's you using your headspace, what's happening up here, using it as a force of good, what you can do for yourself, for others, for the situation. You can even see that, I'm going to point some out. You can see the butterflies here, right? Very transformative energy. So it is going to, and I'll pull one more clarifier for you. There you go. Look at that. You got Temperance. So that's great. So, speaking of balance, now you got the balance. All right. So this is having that self-restraint to see things through, not being like, you can see that she's, the archangel here is actually testing the waters, foot in the water, right? Foot in the ground. All right. Not jumping in, not doing a cannonball, testing the waters. All right. This is balance. It's moderation. So this finally, moving out of this headspace, but ultimately finding that balance, all right? And when I say balance, I want you to think both in your physical world, okay? Look at my hair, it's so weird. So when I say balance in your physical world, it is, am I spending too much time at work, not enough time with my friends? Am I spending too much time binging Love is Blind, not doing any work? Find that balance. Even within, okay? Emotionally, spiritually, mentally, mind, body, soul. Find that balance, okay? And I think you will. I mean, you got Temperance in your final outcome. But yeah, so this is going to be a week. It's going to be a trying week, but you're an Aries. So I have so much faith in you, and I know you've got this. It really is just having that gratitude. That's going to bring that balance. It's going to bring that stability. You have something coming through. Remember, external factors area, the Knight of Cups, all right? So if you're single, boom, there you go, all right? But be active. Put yourself out there, okay? Secondly, if you are in a relationship, taking it to the next level, all right? And if you're not here for love, this is also career, okay? Someone that's coming through to help you, pursue your passions and the things that you're very passionate about and interested in. But Aries, what a reading. Yeah, it could be a little bit emotional, but it is because all that 12th house activity, all right? All that 12th house activity. But just be very communicative, all right? Be very communicative. And remember, do not let your past dictate your future. Aries, I love you so much. You're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.